President Biden wants to give Americans a 3-month break from federal gas taxes.
And it's no secret why. AAA says the national average gas price is at about $4.95. The president's proposal would suspend the 18-cent federal tax on gas. But assuming those savings are fully passed down to consumers, which is unlikely, that would only lower prices to about $4.77.
Katia Dmitrieva joins us now. She is an economics reporter for Bloomberg News. Katia, thanks very much for joining us. So in theory, the gas tax holiday would lower prices at the pump by about 20 cents a gallon, but that's not a guarantee. Why?
It's not a guarantee because we don't have all the answers. We don't know exactly how much of that cut will be passed down to consumers. There's also a lot of questions about the actual economic impact of this. Whether it'll be passed down to consumers is one question. There's also the question what it could do to the broader economy. If this could obviously help a lot of families, but when you're cutting gas prices to this extent, you're going to be spending elsewhere. So it's not really clear how much it would actually help with inflation. Goldman Sachs economists estimated that it would be about 0.18 percentage points. That seems like a lot. Pre-pandemic, we would have said that was a lot. But right now, we're sitting at 8.6% inflation year over year. That's a 40-year high. So, cutting 0.18 off of that, it's not clear that it's going to be very impactful for consumers.
And Katia, what about revenue? Because, of course, less taxes means less revenue for the government. So how would this proposal impact the federal budget? Could it end up doing more harm than good in the long run?
Yeah, the federal, I have seen some concerns about that, about the federal budget, which is already growing, the budget deficit, rather, that's growing. The federal government can borrow. So that's one thing they could do. State governments aren't so lucky. So they would have to offset those costs with other funding measures. Now, the issue is that a lot of states have already budgeted for the year, for their fiscal year. And so whereas the federal government can sort of step in and say, okay, we can give you this tax break on your gases, but then we could just borrow to offset that. States don't really have that. So it's also a question of whether states would be able to put this into force, given that so many have already laid out their budget for the year.
Yeah, and let's take this one step further. What would happen after 3 months? Wouldn't the added cost hurt consumers?
After 3 months, it's not really, we don't have a lot of details yet from Biden on how this would play out. Initially we had expectations that there might be, for example, a card sent out to consumers. So you would just check your mail. It would come in, in an envelope, and you'd be able to spend that. We've seen during the pandemic that worked, pretty well. Majority of Americans were able to get funds from the federal government and spend that on food, but also other things that drove inflation. But there's no discussion yet of the mechanism of how people would actually get this. So that remains to be seen.
A lot of questions, not a lot of answers yet. All right. Well, Katia Dmitrieva from Bloomberg News, we thank you for joining us.